And what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. It is Tuesday. We are 6 days away from Christmas, which is one of my favorite holidays, and Vince McMahon continues to give us coal in our stockings throughout the entirety of this shake-up, this fresh start, this change, and we are going to talk about it right now as SmackDown Live has become the latest victim of this change right here and right now. My name is Nick Nightmare. I don't always look like this, and I am going to explain that to you in just a minute. This is the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's SmackDown Live review. Let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me, and I know you guys are thinking, what the fuck is Nick Nightmare wearing right now? What the hell's going on? Has the WWE finally cracked our leader in the Sledgehead army? Has he finally sent the father of the Sledgehammer TV family to the insane asylum? Or maybe we should be calling Bellevue to get this man a straitjacket, right? You're looking at me with 3 heads right now, and I can understand that. But I'm doing this for a very important reason. I am doing this whole getup and I'm dressed this way to show you guys that I understand the meaning of the word change. I understand the meaning of the phrase shake up. This is not what I look like on a weekly basis. If I came to you guys last week, or even at the beginning of last night's Monday Night Raw review and said, you know what, tomorrow night on SmackDown Live, I'm going to show you guys change, you would understand when you see me dressed like this. They don't know what the meaning of the word change is. And I feel like I'm in the minority after checking out all of the comments that I've been seeing all over social media across all platforms. I think I might be alone on an island in this one, you guys. And I hope that you guys are with me and that you stay with me here. Because what the fuck changed about SmackDown Live? Oh, we saw Sanity tonight, Nick Nightmare. All you want to talk about is, oh, we didn't see Sanity. And we didn't see the Gallows and Anderson. And we didn't see this. And we didn't see that. Sure, we got to see all these things tonight, but what the fuck did it mean? It meant nothing. They even screwed up the re-emergence of Sanity. You want to promise me different. You want to promise me change. Why not just give me a fucking match for Sanity? No, you want to throw them into the fire and get them involved with all the tag teams that we've been seeing. The same round-robin trio of the New Day and the Usos and the Bar. So instead of letting Sanity go one-on-one against Gallows and Anderson, get them an established push, a nice victory, you just make them cause chaos, and these guys didn't even attack the champions. Why would Sanity, after being on the sidelines for so long, give 2 fucks about the New Day or the Usos when the Bar are the ones that have the championships? Why are they attacking Gallows and Anderson? Are they mad because they were awoken from their slumber in the back by Vince McMahon to take part in tonight's festivities, so they just wanted to attack everybody? I know Sanity's an insane group that don't follow any rules and like to go off the cuff and do crazy things and should bring some sort of chaos element to the show, which is kind of what they did, but this was very cookie-cutter bullshit WWE crap. Sanity didn't make an impact tonight. Nobody was put through any furniture. Nobody was really left decimated. It wasn't impressive to me. We've seen this with Sanity before. You have to now maintain this momentum. You have to keep this going in order for me to believe that you guys are going to give me a change in the tag team division on SmackDown Live. You know how you know they fucked up right off the bat with this SmackDown Live? They fired Paige. They not fired Paige so much, but they relieved Paige as the general manager of SmackDown Live. Sorry, Paige, you have to not be the general manager anymore. Too much tea and crumpets, and the WWE doesn't like Kylie Jenner lookalikes. So they're taking the one good general manager that they've actually had in this fucking company in the longest time, and they're relieving her of her duties. For what? What did Paige do wrong? Paige has been putting on some pretty good SmackDown Lives, if you want to talk about her track record as a general manager. She doesn't go out there and give us 20-minute diatribes and take up the whole first hour of SmackDown Live with bullshit. She shows up where she needs to show up. She delivers her lines to the best of her ability, and she does so very well. She finally got comfortable in her role, and you're taking it from her. And why are they taking it from her? So we could fucking see Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's fucking change. Oh, Vince is back. Here's the change we've all been looking for. Now he's on SmackDown Live too. Like, Vince McMahon gives a fuck about SmackDown Live. Or maybe he does now because it's his $2.5 billion baby going to Fox News. So now it's okay. Now Vince is going to take his time and give two shits about SmackDown Live. Go the fuck away, old man. Why are you on this show? Why are you getting involved in the opening segment involving a bunch of females that you have absolutely nothing to do with, since any one of them have come up to the main roster? Because Becky Lynch is the hottest fucking thing going today. Vince McMahon has to insert him out of all places in the show. If he wanted to be there, he's got to be in the top program, in the top spot, telling Becky Lynch to shut the hell up, stop crying like a baby, and do what you gotta do to get to Ronda Rousey. Telling the same thing to Charlotte Flair. And then giving Asuka a championship match 24 hours after the TLC event in which 48 hours after she won the TLC Triple Threat main event and recaptured, or finally for the first time captured, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. She's being rewarded with an open challenge, a reverse open challenge, the same shit we saw last night. Where is the change? Is Naomi the change? Naomi was just tonight's Tyler Breeze. Naomi's another person who is a top tier talent who deserves to be pushed to the moon. I'm not mad that Naomi got this opportunity, but it was meaningless. There was nothing behind it. It was just random because Vince McMahon said it was okay, and then she had to come out, do her little amazing knee slide, right? And then Vince McMahon's like, yeah, okay, it's okay. You can go. I said it's okay. And she's looking at him like, yo, boss, is this cool? And he's like, yeah, girl, this is cool. And now, thanks, Vince, you gave us a match that had much more to it than initially meets the eye. Asuka and Naomi have some sort of a relationship. You've wanted to throw that at us. They've been dancing partners. They've been wiggling and jiggling and glowing all over the fucking ring every single week on SmackDown Live. Way more than they've been wrestling, right? So now that's just all thrown to the wayside. Naomi's just going to come out and be like, I don't care that I'm friends with Asuka. I'm coming to get your shit, girl. Nothing behind it. She's just like, oh, well, Becky's had her shot. Charlotte's had her shot. I ain't had my shot. Can I do this, boss? Is this cool? Yeah, girl, this is cool. This was bullshit. That's what it is. I have to take these down just for a second. I feel like a little bit of a goofball. And that's okay. This serves a dual purpose, though. It's not just to show you guys that I understand the meaning of change. It is to also give you guys maybe a little glimpse, a little sneak peek into the manager version of Nick Nightmare. Some of the ideas I got rolling around when I make my House of Glory debut as the greatest manager in the world sometime in 2019, if it is in the cards for us. But that's another story for another show. This show, however, is nothing like a fantastic House of Glory show. This show for SmackDown Live was a SmackDown Live. There was no change about it. This was SmackDown Live, the show that is better than Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis. Everybody we've seen tonight, although we don't see them maybe as much as we'd like to, was seen tonight and used much in the same way they have always been used. Rusev came out to compare Shinsuke Nakamura to Sonic the Hedgehog. Shinsuke Nakamura fires back with, well, why should I be giving a shit about what Rusev says? He's a total diva. This is change? We got to go back to this line again. Because they want to keep throwing it down your throats. It's a new regime. How is this a new regime? These are the same four numbskulls that have been running Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live throughout the entirety of its history. The head jerk in charge is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He is the end-all, be-all. There is nothing new regime about it. You want to take Paige away from us and give us Vince McMahon. I don't want to see him and his stupid, puffy, watery eyes in the ring anymore. And his delivery tonight was awful. Same way Charlotte was very, very rusty tonight on the mic. It came off very fake, very, very phony. Becky wasn't that much better. Asuka shouldn't be saying anything. The match between Asuka and Naomi was okay. It was an okay match. It was kind of sloppy. And the longer the match went on, the worse it kind of got. I don't know where to place blame there. Or we shouldn't be placing blame at all. Maybe the two girls just had an off night. Maybe Asuka was fucking exhausted from TLC. You want to show me change? I can show you change. If you gave me the fucking pen and said, hey, Mr. Nightmare, you talk such a big fucking game on your channel, why don't you book the opening to SmackDown Live tonight? Well, I will be fucking happy to do so, nitwits. Here's how you should have opened SmackDown Live. You could have had it open the exact same way, have Charlotte and Becky have their little argument, have Asuka involved, and then you could have had Naomi coming out and stake her claim, and then, as much as I don't really care for a Mandy Rose or a Sonya Deville, you could have picked one of the two, or even both, because there is reason to do so. Last week, Naomi was supposed to be scheduled to fight Mandy Rose. That fight never went down. So now here's Naomi claiming that she wants a shot at the title. Mandy Rose can come out and be like, hey, listen, you didn't even get to beat me yet. We were supposed to have a match last week. Why do you get a championship match opportunity and I don't? And then you could have Sonya Deville, the spaz queen of the UFC, the phony UFC, come in and start talking about, hey, listen, I've been challenging Asuka all week on social media. She hasn't gotten back to me. Why can't I throw my name in the hat? Now, you could have taken either one of them, like I said, or both, and then started off tonight much in the same vein, but not identical to the way you did the women's division last night on Monday Night Raw, because the gauntlet match was the only match that was entertaining at all. But you could have had something similar to that. You could have had a fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way to establish the next girl who's going to get a shot at the championship. Well, you got Charlotte and Becky in there, Mr. Nightmare. That's going to be a problem. We can't do that. We can't have either one of these girls. Yes, you can. And listen, because here's how you do it. You got 5 fucking girls in the ring, 4 girls in the ring. Charlotte and Becky will fight in this match and reach a fever pitch where all they care about is one another. You let that fight go on and on and on, brawl to the outside of the ring. Maybe they get into the stands, into the fans, really start to bring some intensity into this rivalry, try to get it back to where it was, or where we want it to be, rather. And then in the ring, you have Naomi take care of fucking Mandy Rose, 1, 2, 3, with the ass bump to the face. You got the glow next week versus Asuka for the championship. That, my friend, would have been much more entertaining than just seeing Asuka thrown cold against Naomi because Vince McMahon says so. Am I wrong? Or am I being oversensitive? Am I being overly critical? Sure, we got to enjoy and see Asuka as the champion on a SmackDown Live. But what did it mean? What did it mean for Naomi? Where are they going to go from here? Naomi just lost clean to the champion. She goes back to the back of the line now. Or is there even a line anymore since there's no more number 1 contenders? What the hell, you guys? Explain it to me if you have the answers, because I don't. I don't. Asuka defeats Naomi, like we talked about. Then we go to the continued ruination of this show. We have The Miz going backstage to the McMahon family office door. Now there's a McMahon family fucking office door on every show, in every arena, everywhere in the fucking world. And I wish this was not the direction they were going. The last thing we needed is more McMahons and more management and more authority figures on the show. What we need is more wrestlers on the show, more wrestling on the show, and more entertaining storylines, better writing, compelling, interesting things. That's what we want. Superstars we can get behind. New faces to build up. But what is this shake up in this new era and this new regime about? It's about the return of the fucking McMahons. as a unit. And where's that going to lead us as we get closer to WrestleMania? Shane versus Triple H is going to be inter-family turmoil. How long do you think it's going to take for the 4 biggest egomaniacs in the world of professional wrestling to start to take the top of the card in their feud for supremacy? And unless this is their way of writing Vince McMahon off TV and out of the company permanently, I want nothing to do with a McMahon family feud. So please keep that shit off my television. But that's seemingly the direction we're going. We got The Miz going in the back, talking to Vince McMahon about having a tag team partner. Vince was told by The Miz that he and Shane could be a great tag team. And then somehow, we get a mixed tag team match booked. This is the genius of Vince McMahon. The Miz is coming out there talking about being a tag team with Shane McMahon, and Vince gives him Mandy Rose. And who are they going to face? Fucking R-Truth and Carmella. I thought the mixed match challenge was over. Right? Isn't that why we had the finals? Were they defending their number 30 spot entry in the Royal Rumble? What was the point and the purpose of this match? You just had The Miz go out there with a partner that he has no connection to at all. Mandy Rose isn't even friends with Maurice. They don't know each other, nor do they have any type of similarity about them. It's just a random pairing of a male and a female to go against an established male-female team, if you want to call them that, but we're all accustomed to R-Truth and Carmella by now. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but this was just getting the obligatory dance break, right? That's what that was for, and to have The Miz get the pin on R-Truth, who just won the number 30 entry in the Royal Rumble. So it makes no sense. It makes R-Truth look stupid. And what kind of momentum does this build to The Miz? The Miz is now going to have Shane McMahon on Miz TV next week. Let's fucking break out the horns and rejoice for the sounds of fucking change. I'm sorry, Blueski. That's how angry this company has made me over this last 2 days. TLC as a pay-per-view was not that bad. But as soon as I heard Vince McMahon was coming back to shake things up again, I knew the only thing that was going to be shaken up was my feelings of anger and hostility, and God, there's no holding them back. And that's why we're all here, right? And I know you all agree with me, or else you wouldn't be here with me. Kayla Braxton's in the back. She's talking to Rusev and Lana. Like I said, Rusev wants a title shot, right? Rusev claims he's a star. He promised to defeat Nakamura on the greatest day of the year, Rusev Day. What does it mean? He calls Shinsuke Nakamura Sonic the Hedgehog because the guy's dressing in blue now and he has like a weird little mohawk thing going on. That's the best you got? Sonic the Hedgehog, an irrelevant video game relic. Do they even make Sonic games anymore? And if they do anybody even play Sonic the Hedgehog? Does this generation of millennial retarded casual fans that fill that arena even know what a Sonic the Hedgehog is? I severely doubt it. I severely doubt it. Even fans of Sonic the Hedgehog who played Sonic the Hedgehog in his heyday don't give a shit about Sonic the Hedgehog anymore. Absolutely ridiculous. Jeff Hardy wants to come to the ring. We're going to go down this road with Samoa Joe that they started up a couple of weeks ago. There's nothing new. We're continuing on with what we were doing last week. All up and down this show. What is the point? It's the same show. There is no change here. The only change was Vince McMahon being on SmackDown Live, and that is the worst possible change you could have showed me tonight. If you think I'm being too hard, you're wrong. I'm not being hard enough. There is no time for patience, and I am done waiting. You promised me something, then give it to me. Don't give me fucking breadcrumbs and throw little hints and nods here and there and show me all the NXT people coming up again during SmackDown Live. So now there's that, oh, well, which show are they going to end up on? We seen this last night on Monday Night Raw. We all assumed they were going to Monday Night Raw, right? So now, where are they going to go? We got to tune in every week, right? Nice try, Vince. I'm smarter than you at this point. You're not going to trick me. I'm going to watch this show despite myself. I throw myself on the blade for you people every Monday and Tuesday night so that I could sit here and do what I actually enjoy, which is talking to all of my fans, getting the interactions from you guys, and I know you're on my side here. And if you're not, I'm going to make you see my side before this episode is through, because the next segment after Joe and Jeff Hardy did nothing but talk about Jeff Hardy's alcoholism again, and then have Jeff Hardy hit the twist of fate on Samoa Joe, and that would be it. Great! Waste of my time. Who cares? The Miz and Mandy Rose defeat R-Truth and Carmella. Just reading that result to you makes me sick to my fucking stomach. The Miz and Mandy Rose are nothing, and they beat a team that actually has momentum. Is this going to be a new thing? Miz and Mandy? I don't want to fucking see it. Is that going to be his next USA Network TV show? Immediately following Miz and Mrs. will have Miz and Mandy. Not interested in that or them being on TV on SmackDown Live together. The Usos, they're next. They come down to the ring. They're talking about how they weren't pinned in the tag match at TLC, so they never lost. And then the bar comes out. Oh, they demanded that the bar come out, rather. And then the Good Brothers come out. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. And I see everybody on social media freaking out. Oh, there's a club sighting. There's a club sighting on SmackDown Live. Blah, 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 blah. Let's all lose our shit. Who cares? I hate their promos. I want to see them shut their mouth, go out there, and start punching other people in the mouth. That's what Gallows and Anderson are supposed to do. Not give me these semi-jokey, all kinds of nonsense that just doesn't hit the mark, and badly timed, poorly executed comedy in the tag team division. We all know how Nick Nightmare loves that. That's why I love what they do with the New Day. No. Not impressive to me. These guys wanted to start talking shit about each other. Anderson wanted to take notes from Twitter and Instagram just like they did with Seth Rollins, and he wants to say everything that we've all been saying, right? Oh, it's always about the Usos, the New Day, and the bar. Well, now it's our time. We haven't been on SmackDown Live since August. You don't think by them showing and voicing some of these huge errors and putting them right out there in public, you're making yourself look even stupider, because you're acknowledging the fact that you've put these guys on the back burner for half of the year, and now they're supposed to show up and I'm supposed to just give a shit? Doesn't work like that. The same can be said for Sanity. You have Sanity come out and turn this whole thing into a mess by the time it's said and done. The Usos and Gallows and Anderson are apparently going to have a match. And before anything is all said and done, we have the bar make their way to the ring, right? We hear the bar's music hit. Cesaro and Sheamus start making their way to the ring. And then out of nowhere, Sanity attacks all of the other tag teams around the ring. They don't attack the fucking champions, because I guess they're not interested in getting the title belts. Why do they want to waste their time with all these tag teams that haven't gotten to where they need to be and aren't the champions? Your focus should be on that championship. Whether it's a singles championship, a women's championship, a cruiserweight championship, whatever division you're in, that should be your goal. But no, these guys want to fight a bunch of fucking losers. They want to attack Gallows and Anderson. The Usos and Sanity, we've seen this already. And then they dropped it like a bad habit. And now they're going to pick up where they left off, and I'm just supposed to be thankful and start licking Vince's cock? Doesn't work that way. Smarten up. Don't be blind. Because you got to see some pretty shiny new toys. They were still used like trash. which is what the WWE should stand for. The end of this thing ended in a no contest. By the end of it, everybody's laid out in the ring by Sanity, but the Bar escapes unscathed, and when Sanity leaves, the Bar gets in there and gets in a few shots of their own on the Usos and Gallows and Anderson. Makes no sense. I didn't give two shits about it. So you brought Gallows and Anderson back to look like a couple of patsies and get beat down with the Usos and effectively do really nothing to get Sanity over again. Everybody's marking out. Oh, Sanity! Oh, we see Eric Young. There's Killian Dane. It's Big Dame. Oh, let me fucking look. Oh, my God. No, bro. Not this guy, because I have a fucking brain. They need to sustain Sanity on this show now. Or are they going to give them the Andrade Cien Almas treatment and just pull them out there when they need a decent match or to give the illusion of change? And then go back to them not being on the show 2-3 weeks at a time. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not falling for it. You guys want to fall for it and take the bait and sit there and go, oh, SmackDown Live's the best it's ever been. You can keep jerking that. Because I don't do that kind of shit. Not since that last time. We ended the show with a very, very good tag team match. This is where I could put a smile on my face and get a little bit more positive. Maybe you guys will be happy to see me come back around to my normal self. I'm not going to change my hat, though. We're going to keep the hat. I like the hat. I think the hat looks good. You let me know. The goggles are a little tight. I'll be honest with you. And they gave me a little, a little something going on over here. But that, again, that's another story for another day. Let's finish off this review talking about this great tag team matchup, which started out with the new Daniel Bryan, my favorite Daniel Bryan that there has ever been. The vegan villain warrior from Valkyrie, or Valhalla, or some other V word. It'll come to me, and I'll write it down, and it'll be my new phrase eventually for Daniel Bryan. Comes out there and does everything he needs to do, man. He makes us feel like shit about doing everything that everybody does on an everyday, daily basis, which is great. And his new thing is going to be, every city he goes to, Daniel Bryan is going to rank them number one in pollution, or consumption, or waste, or something. And he's got this character already down pat. And I love it. His promo was great. And then we would start the matchup. AJ Styles and Mustafa Ali, a fantastic pairing. A very unexpected pairing. Going up against Daniel Bryan and Andrade Cien Almas. Daniel and Andrade had some knockdown drag-em-outs earlier in the year. Now they find themselves together as tag team partners with Zelina Vega in their corner. And while I do and did enjoy this tag team match, there are two things I need to point out to you guys. There was no fucking change made here. Because Mustafa Ali was on SmackDown Live last week. Again, we are continuing something we started before we decided we were going to have a fresh start. So Mustafa Ali was not part of the Fresh Start initiative that they're pushing on us now. He was already in the plans. And he impressed them so much that they brought him up to the SmackDown Live roster permanently. And they put him in the main event immediately, opposite the same guy he faced last week in this tag team encounter, which makes sense. But there's nothing new about it, because it happened last week. On an interesting side note, throughout this match, every time Mustafa Ali was in the ring with Andrade Cien Almas, I was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't wait to see what these guys do, and I hope the WWE and this new era sees what I seen in that match and make that a primetime feud for 2019. Maybe for the United States Championship. Why don't you have Andrade Cien Almas, or you know what, even better off, because Almas is the heel and you wouldn't want to have heel versus heel. You have Mustafa Ali ride this momentum and get a United States Championship match at the Royal Rumble versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Take the belt off of Nakamura because it's doing nobody any good on him. Give it to Mustafa Ali and kickstart this kid's career. And then you have Almas chasing him for the title. Beating him for the title, and then continue to have the babyface Mustafa Ali, who will be over as fuck with the entire WWE Universe by the time this is all said and done, chasing the villainous, vile Andrade Cien Almas until he finally gets his comeuppance and gains his momentum back and wins the championship back at WrestleMania. That's magic. That's new. That's different. That's not where they're going to go with it. Mark my words. I will bet my hat on it. The match was great. Very entertaining. All of these guys are just to the moon talented. You could not have a bad match if you have these four guys in it. So what were you expecting to happen? Nothing new about it, really. The only thing new was that we had a great tag team matchup, which is not something we get to see. And the sad part about it, because I can always tell you guys the bad part about anything, as good as this match was, as much as I enjoyed it, it just makes me wonder how the hell it is possible that four singles superstars can go out there and have a tag team match that puts the entire tag team division to shame. It makes the tag team division look awful. Even more awful. When you got four guys who have never tagged together in their life go out there and steal the show the way they did. Mustafa Ali, the standout superstar of the entire match, gets the pin on Daniel Bryan after executing the 054 and actually botched it. I'm not going to hang it too heavy on the kid right now. It was just a simple case of positioning. He didn't elevate enough and push off of the ropes enough. And as he did the 054, his knees came crashing down full force into the sternum of Daniel Bryan. I am almost positive we are going to hear something about the champion having a bruised lung or a broken rib or something, because that spot looked fucking bad. I've seen that kid pull off that move 100 times, and it looks beautiful and does it absolutely flawlessly. On this one night, he just missed it, just by that much. And it might have cost Daniel Bryan something. We're waiting still on an update on that, and I'll keep you guys informed, as always. And this night would go off with Mustafa Ali standing tall, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I just think that the way they are promoting this new version of the show, this new direction of the show, this change, this new era, this fresh start, makes everything that you're watching feel worse, because there is nothing really fresh or new about it. I'm sorry, there's not. And if you were excited and you liked this show, then good. You know, I'm glad you had a good time tonight. Pass me some of what you're drinking, because there had to be something making you feel this way, because it shouldn't have been SmackDown Live. With the exception of the main event and the women's match that started off, I mean, again, just like last night, the action on the show, except for the mixed tag match, was pretty good. The main event was fucking great. But what does it mean? Where are we going? We're going to have to wait 2 weeks to find out. Do you guys know that both shows for next week's holiday editions of these crap fests are taped? They've already happened. They're already in the can. And I wish they would keep them there and just go off the air for 1 week. Just take a break for 1 week. Give yourself 14 days to reassess, replace, plan, and institute change. That's what should be happening. Merry Christmas, everybody. Here's the best Christmas gift we can give you. There will be no wrestling this week. This is coming from the Ultimate Wrestling fan. 20 years ago, when I was a spry young lad, if Monday Night Raw would have showed up on Christmas, I would have been like, oh my God, this is the best gift ever. Not anymore. And you guys know why. Thank you so much. We're not going to waste any more of your time tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed my hat. I hope you guys enjoyed my goggles, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed my review a whole lot more than we enjoyed SmackDown Live. This weekend has been one of the most tremendous weekends of this channel's existence, as over the last 48 hours, the influx of subscribers and the amount of views that we have compiled over the course of our TLC preview and predictions, review show, and last night's Monday Night Raw have topped the charts at an epic level that we have never seen before. We have hit heights that we have only been dreaming of, and it's going to continue to rise to the top. And I want to keep that momentum swinging strong and swinging hard, harder than Vince McMahon's genetic grapefruits and lower than they are at this point. And it all starts with awesome wrestling fans like you guys. If you guys had a great time here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show tonight, all you got to do is smash that subscribe button right now with your own little imaginary sledgehammers at home. Hit that like button, especially if you find yourself laughing or if you really enjoyed my getup. If it's something you want to see me wear a little bit more often, maybe you like this version of Nick Nightmare better than the baseball cap that we usually do, let me know what you think. Let me know if I wasted my time. Let me know if you hated it. Doesn't mean I'm going to change anything, because like I said, I know what change means. And then share this video with each and every one of your wrestling buddies all over the wrestling world, especially if they thought tonight's SmackDown Live was pretty good and need to be brought back down to earth. Brothers and sisters of the Sledgehead family, I cannot thank you enough, new and old. Every single one of you loyal Sledgehead bastards have my heart and soul, and I will continue to bring the hammer down on this fucking company as long as you guys keep coming back for more. One of the best ways that you could never miss coming back for more is to hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you will not miss a thing every time an awesome video just like this one goes up right here on Sledgehammer TV. And if you would like to support the show, you could check us out at Patreon. The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's Patreon page is live and loaded, and you can also join us at Audible, the official sponsor of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. And I picked this one for you guys because I know a lot of people in my life that are just too lazy to use their eyeballs and would much rather use their earballs to listen to some great books on tape, so to speak. If you're a guy from my generation, you know what that means. If you're one of these newer guys, you're like, what's a book on tape? Well, you know what a book on tape is? It's an audiobook, which you can get one free right now from Audible just for being a fan of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Follow that link right now, audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv for a free 30-day trial of their service. And even if you cancel that trial before the expiration date is up, you get to keep whatever audiobook you picked for your whole entire life. Listen to it every single day. Listen to it one page a day for the rest of your life. If you got a 1,000+ page book, maybe you want to learn some Spanish, maybe you want to check out some Star Wars fan fiction or official alternate universe type deals, or you are a crazy wrestling fan like me and want to read Jim Ross's My Life in Wrestling or AJ Lee's Crazy Is My Superpower. These are only 4 that you are looking at in front of you of many wrestling related books, and I recommend you get over there right now and sign up. audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv. Audible, books that speak to you because you're too fucking lazy to read. Thank you all so very much. I am the maniacal, crazy Nick Nightmare, right? The crazy version. And this is my team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the official sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show and the wrestling god of Thunder, and his tag team partner, the World Heavyweight Champion of all the microphones in all the world, Mr. Blue the Snowball. What? Don't be jealous of the hat, Blue. Listen, maybe we'll get you a hat. Don't throw the show off. Just shut up. Be quiet. Give me a break. I'm trying to close the show, Blue. Shh. And you guys, the most important members of my team. I am fucking losing it. I think Vince McMahon has cracked me, man. Or maybe it's just being in the garb of the manager gear, just bringing the craziness out a little bit more than usual. If you missed Monday Night Raw review, it is live in the annotations up above right here. Make sure you check it out. It was full of piss and vinegar, and I bet you'll enjoy yourself even more than you enjoyed yourself right here tonight. Check out the historic TLC preview and prediction show, as well as the review and results show, which have hit astronomical numbers as of this point. And if you want to keep that rising up for me, you can go check it out right now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That, my friends, is going to do it. And we are out of here. And we will see you next time right here on your new favorite wrestling show, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, the home of the craziest bastard you've ever known. And that's me. We will see you next time right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, only on Sledgehammer TV. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.